The afternoon was old. The air sat still above his grave. There, covered in dirt and patches of autumn leaves, lay the deceased boy underground. The deer, picking berries above his resting place, dashed off as the earth began to move where they stood. A fist thumped from beneath the leaves. Bony hands, pale with the rising moon, reached from the ground as the boy climbed from his rest, like the weeds returning from winter. The fawns peeked from the bushes, intrigued. There he was, alive in flesh and skin. He wiped the sweat that dripped from his veiny forehead, confused. The boy sat on a log blanketed with lichen, pondering out into the forest. He flinched as the wind ran to play in his slender fingers. What was this sensation? The boy's head jerked to the symphonies of birds within the woods, singing to the end of the day. He scratched his ears full of sounds. What was this noise? The boy was anew, reborn. The height of the oak trees fascinated him. The crinkle of leaves below his bare feet felt strange. His eyes darted with wonder, feeling the beauty of the sunset on his freckled face. There, on the tip of his nose, landed a swallowtail butterfly. His lip trembled under the insect, and there it spoke over his worries. "Oh," it giggled, "well, isn't this orange light lovely? Oh, how I love the warmth in my wings. If only my patterns could shine so brightly." Before the boy could react, the creature moved along. The rabbits and chipmunks, who were no longer frightened, continued their hops for food, chomping on grass and sunlit dandelions. The boy observed the animals as they took only what they needed and found shelter in the perfectly crowded shrubs and cramped spaces. The wildflowers gave the deer nutrients, which was then passed on to the coyotes and the vultures. From the light they all lived by came the seeds to blossom, ending in a meal for the red foxes. It seemed that each heart was rotting in the most glorious way, from being used, from beating to the song of sleep or to the sound of fear, quiet or loud. The boy rose from where he sat, trudging to the blackberries. He bowed to the bush as he saw the herbivores do. He smiled from the roots to the orb in the sky, acknowledging the passage of life. As the light finally vanished from the day, the other creatures awoke. Owls silently soared. Moths chased the moon. The boy watched stray cats capture mice, beating the hooting birds. Well, how stunning, he thought. It was all so precious, so sacred. That all that could be held by earth would die. That the mothers taught their children to fly, maybe to be captured by predators, but surely to live. The boy grew wise despite toned with death. He understood it then. There was a language passed from squirrel to bear, from dahlia to honey. It was a holy language no alien creature could steal, only become a part of. The language of eternal prosperity, that in death came the food for another, that with the end of the summer came the abundance of bouquets. In all they ate, they would rest. With every way they lived, they would wither. The boy realized it would all be okay. For the animals were born into a tongue they carried. Maybe he was a swan or a wolf in his last life. But no matter what he chirped or howled, he understood the spirit that swam through the earth. He inherited the magic by allowing the moss to sip from his heart. He didn't call the earth nature or planet. He called her home.